All right, we are live here in Dallas. The Wingin It crew, we're minus Alex. Austin's out of town as well. But we figured I'd bring the equipment. We're about to head off to the bars and UFC. Guys, good to be with you.
Winging It live, first time ever.
Yes.
First ever Winging It live. Big day.
First time you've had a beer on Wingin It, I think. How about
Yeah,
that?
it is also my first time drinking an alcoholic beverage on
I
Winging
think
It.
mine as well. But this is kind of your forte.
Yeah, also our first time recording on a Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. So we're putting in extra work. Hope you guys enjoy it. And let's get in. It had been almost 70 years since the nurses in St. Louis, Missouri held former polio-stricken child Randy Corbett outside the hospital windows. Not unlike Simba the lion, like as if we already don't have enough going on. Make no mistake about it. Polio is back. Did you see that? The first case?
It is. It's back.
Is that like a distant cousin of monkeypox? Like, how are they back? Like,
Well, it's a vaccination, and it's
Yeah.
like I read that it had been 10 years since there had been a U.S. case.
Yeah.
okay.
But like, kids nowadays had to deal with COVID. Could you imagine dealing with polio?
No.
Like my dad literally he fucking like just lost sensation in all of his limbs and just fell when he was like 2 years old in the backyard.
Yeah, that was like the first big like epidemic, right?
Right.
In the US. And
Well,
back, go ahead.
How is it back? Like, what?
Well, there was a case.
okay. But how does that happen? I thought it was like eradicated.
Right, exactly. It's just like
Was it just from a person who wasn't vaccinated against
had
it?
to have been.
Yeah.
And it's like just circumstances happened where it's like, good God,
I
could
can't
you
even
imagine?
imagine back then that they didn't have like the healthcare for that.
Right.
at all.
Okay. That would suck. Polio is back. Monkeypox. I don't think any of us three have to worry about it, but it's now becoming a pandemic. My brother is vaccinated. What is going on? Are we just like I invested in CBS because it's like, are we just going to be diseased up for the end of time?
I just feel like since COVID, there's like been a new disease just dropped like every 2 months.
Just draw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
it got
fucking
declared
mixtape.
a state of emergency in San Fran.
Dude, the WHO is literally just like,
Yeah.
what's next? Let's go.
So I mean, I don't mean this to sound insensitive, but it's like mainly affecting like the gay community, isn't it?
Yeah, but then I also read that it's like so sexually transmitted, and it's like okay, but then it's also like people are floating out. No, it's actually like airborne.
I read an article that said it's sexually transmitted, but it said it can be as simple as sleeping in the same bed together.
Oh, if all of a sudden I got monkeypox, but no, come on, it's airborne. Like that would just fuck your day up, your life up. But not as bad as this. Let's knock out politics. Russia signs a treaty to allow grain to leave a key port in Ukraine, only to bomb that very same port the next day after they signed the treaty. It was just like,
Really?
No way.
It was just like, fuck you. Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day. Just again, sounds insensitive, but I just haven't been keeping up with what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. I was like, is this still going on?
Dude, time heals all wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, the latest I saw the Ukraine president was getting a little bit of heat because they're like, oh, we're sending billions to Ukraine, and he just posed on the cover of Vogue with his wife. And
He's a superstar.
yeah,
Yeah.
in that signature green T-shirt that he wears.
I read a crazy headline, which was like Kyiv, the place that was a war
Yeah.
zone. They're starting to get back to nightlife. And
Really?
it's like, so it's almost like they're
So
kind of
it's-
like a little bit
Yeah.
normalized.
Yeah.
But like there's just a fucking mortar that interrupts your blowed out evening at Live.
Yeah. Like, how do you even like go back to nightlife there? Like,
Yeah.
just knowing a month ago you were getting fucking bombed.
Little bit of rebound for Bitcoin in the stock market.
Yeah.
Been nice. You still hear recession. We were just talking before we hit record. The official definition of recession has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's literally like, Toronto's housing market is like, I don't want to say it's an indicator, but we know that the housing market is slowing down. Is it 08, 07 again? I don't know. But it's like, as long as I don't have to sell in the next couple of years, you're a homeowner, Brendan. It's
Yeah.
like, we just kind of have to weather the storm. Right?
Yeah.
But you're going to see housing prices go down, you think?
I think so. Yeah, eventually. I mean, who knows how long, but there's no way it can stay this high up for that long.
I'm not as educated on all that, but I personally, from what I've read, don't think it's going to be as bad as it was in 2008. What do you guys think?
No, I don't think nearly as bad.
I mean, it's because like our attitudes change too. It's like, whatever. We've already gotten slaughtered all year. It's like, what's next?
Yeah.
But yeah, keep an eye out for that. Have you guys looked at Dallas real estate at all?
I mean, I haven't like even thought about buying here just because I know Dallas is a growing city, so real estate has gone way up just from that. Plus the way the housing market is right now, like it's really tough to buy here. I haven't looked at it too much though.
Wouldn't be this the time to buy though? Like, isn't it like it's kind of bad for sellers, but good for buyers right now? Because there's no buyers right now. Like, so if you had capital,
no, there's a lot of buyers.
There's a lot of buyers in Texas. Because people are
so many people are
moving here, and the thing that happens is they'll literally like people are like fighting for it, and then someone from California just comes in and offers 50 grand above.
Because they sold their house for $2 million.
Yeah,
so overpriced, and they got the same thing happened.
So like it's really hard to get one here.
Crazy,
but it'd be a great time too because it's only the value's gonna go way up.
I think the best thing ever is just having your own house. Like you guys are pretty secluded here. Like you don't have to deal with neighbors, and this is a fire townhouse spot. But like, I just like having no neighbors, not having to see someone like in a bigger apartment complex.
As soon as you
well, and you're investing. It's not just paying rent.
True. It's nice. Yeah, when you make your mortgage payment, you're like, okay, I'm gonna get some of this back when
and it's the same thing. It's like depending
on the check, and I just light like a bunch of money on fire to someone, but it's not making me anything.
Let's talk music. I felt bad about this. Kid Cudi walks off Rolling Loud after getting shit thrown at him.
Yeah, that's fucked up. People don't appreciate him.
All because they're mad that Kanye bailed?
And Lil Durk brought him out.
Right. Like
at the same fucking concert he bailed on.
Yeah, I think Kanye West obviously has a massive following. Yeah. And Kanye West, Kid Cudi hate each other now. So I think just all the
Kanye Why is that again?
Didn't he like want off of his album?
Something like that. He also, I think, made some like pretty aggressive and rude remarks to Kid Cudi when he was going through some of his mental shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly.
What all happened with Kid Cudi? Didn't he just have like he was a big pothead and he had anxiety?
He was going through depression for a while, but he stated like a year ago or maybe a little bit less than a year ago. He's like, this is like the first time I've actually been like genuinely happy in my life. So
damn, well, that's
I guess he's doing better.
That is sad.
He's a banger.
He's super fucking happy, and people just say, "Hey, congrats! Here's a water bottle."
Yeah.
Well, somehow Tommy Lee somehow had a better crowd reaction, even though I kid you not, there was probably 14 fucking people at this Tommy Lee concert. Like, and he is begging anyone to show. He goes, "Hey, how about some tits?" And it's just like the guy's filming it on TikTok, and there's just a woman, two-person front of it. He goes, "Hey, here you go." And the woman's like,
is Tommy Lee married?
Well, he's from Pam and Tommy.
Right.
He was married to her.
Is he currently married?
No, I don't think so.
He's married to the music.
Yeah. To drugs.
Dude, like, is it, that's so fascinating to me. Is like, is Future going to be touring into his 70s and like we're going to be the only, like our generation is going to follow him? Like people follow the Grateful Dead. can't imagine how we
I feel like
wait, he actually is married and it's to this girl. I don't know if you guys remember. She got famous on Vine. Her name's
Brittany, I knew this. Yeah,
Brittany Ferlin.
Yeah, she's bad.
Yeah.
Why do I know?
I knew this. She's on TikTok.
Yeah, she was big on Vine back in the day.
Damn, she must have saw Pam and Tommy.
And they got married 2 years ago.
Yeah, she's bad.
Tommy Lee fucking has that dog.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Heather Locklear, Pam Anderson. Like he's doing.
Who was that actress that played Pam in the?
I don't know what her name is, but she's in some. She's British and she's in some other movie, but she does not look like that at all.
Were those fake tits that had like fake for television too?
I don't know. I'd have to look into that.
I might have to rewatch the scene and maybe get that.
Might have to really study those next time.
We'll get to the bottom
for research purposes.
All right. Well, you need research when you're playing next to me at the blackjack table. My blackjack etiquette. I mean, it's just like it gets me kicked out because I'm a snark asshole. And then it's like if you are playing dumb, I am going to call you a dumbass. That's fine. You can play next to me dumb. I'm going to call you a fucking dumbass. I don't know, but then also that makes me Like people hate playing with me consequentially.
Yeah, I was gonna say I might not be able to be at your table because
Right.
I still am the guy who asks the dealer, "What's the book say?"
Well, I mean, I can,
But at least
you
at least you're
Yeah.
doing something smart.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Like the worst is I'll tell my brother, hey, let's make some money. You stay there, and he'll be like,
Yeah.
no, I'm hitting on 19. And it's like,
Yeah, I feel like to avoid that. I mean, is there a way to avoid that other than to go to like the more expensive tables with the higher
right.
Yeah.
And like my favorite is having a table to myself,
Mhm.
not the online table because it rigs the fuck out of me. But yeah, like at the cruise, like I would just
You like
pick
just
out,
playing one-on-one.
oh yeah, I'm like, let's go, you know. And I know the book, and the dealer knows, so she's playing. What's funny is because if you make a wrong play, I'm gonna do something like dramatic, like fall out of my chair, fucking like beg with the waiter to come over, and the dealer like loves it or hates it because they know exactly what I'm doing. Where I'm like, you just fuck the entire fucking table.
I got kicked off a table once in Vegas because I like she flipped a blackjack and I go, "That's rich." And the person next to me, and she goes, "Did you just call me a bitch?" I go, "No, I didn't." She goes, "Go." All right, dude. I literally
Pit
said,
bosses and dealers are so like on a pedestal. Like
Yeah.
I got kicked out of a casino, and it's like this pit boss was just, he had to have been younger than me, and I was just like, I was you know, I was just being a total drunk bitch. Like I was like, hey, you got a great head of hair, man. Thanks for kicking me out. This dude's like dead bald. I'm like, how do you style that? By the way.
Yeah, fuck. That's probably not a fun job to have, to be honest.
No, you just deal with drunk people all the time. Watch 61 asterisk Roger Maris.
Oh,
because Aaron Judge is gonna break it.
"Dude, did he break it last night?"
He's at 40. He's at 41.
He hit one last night.
He hit 2.
Did he?
Yes. He's on pace to hit 66. So you would love this as BD Yankee Boy 2.
Yes.
It's a sweet movie.
It's a great movie,
Yeah.
and you learn about the history of like the Yankees, and then like it was crazy because Roger Maris, like people didn't like him. They were booing him as he was breaking the record because Babe is so sacred. They're cheering Judge on?
Yeah.
You know, like that'd be interesting to see. Are they going to, you know, it's been fucking 50, 60 years, but watch that movie. It's great.
What's it called?
61.
With an asterisk.
That's how many he hit.
Okay.
It's on, and so the reason there's an asterisk is because they expanded to 162 games. So then Maris broke Ruth, who had lesser games. So there's an asterisk.
Yeah.
But yeah, Judge is going to break it.
Well, there's something about the timing. It's because I saw some sports account tweeted that he did it 40 hours before August started. Like, I don't know if that's like a time frame that like Roger Maris was on track.
Yes,
hit that
right.
many.
Oh, like there's a track meter. Yeah, you
Yeah.
put up Ruth, like where he was at a certain point. Judge.
Yeah.
He's insane.
Yeah, he is.
Not unlike Jonah Hill in War Dogs.
Incredible.
Bro, he kills that character.
The laugh.
He's just like a savage. He's funny as fuck in that movie. The character.
And Miles Teller kills it.
Teller.
Anna Day Arms.
Only a 7.1 it was rated, and like I thought it was way better.
Sneaky Bradley Cooper too.
Yeah. Oh my god, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they brought out the big guns, and it was entertaining.
And
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, we do. And not like nearly as based, but they took a little bit of Bradley Cooper's character of like Victor just to get the inspiration. The dude that the Russia traded back.
Oh no, fuck.
Yeah,
Okay, wow.
yeah.
Well, let's talk about that. Brittany Griner is literally like the Brad Easy TikTok trend, a trade. You get Brittany Griner, here's a Russian arms dealer. Yeah,
Worst trade in history.
Joey has been literally sweating bullets the last year since she's been in prison.
Aren't they trading back that teacher with her?
Yeah, I think we're getting 2 people back.
Well, like another U.S. Marine or something. Like, weren't we supposed to get a U.S. Army guy back too with Brittany?
Were we? I hope.
I thought
It's like, why are we outraged that that motherfucker's in prison too?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's just because she's a public figure.
Right.
What was I gonna say? It's just like I saw like a funny tweet of like a meme. It's like people in the US locked up for weed right now watching Brittany Griner get brought back home. And it was just like them like a meme of someone being pissed off. But it's true. Like like people in the US are literally locked up for weed, and we're trading back a known arms dealer so she can get out of prison.
No, what's bullshit about the weed thing is there's people locked in jail for years for weed, and the NYPD just came out and said we're done testing our officers for marijuana.
Yeah.
So cops can be high arresting people, but
Dude, I don't know what company like still tests anymore. Kelsey doesn't get tested.
Fidelity does.
Really?
Yes.
Which is so like corporate America is just like, is that just a red thing or it's like pot's the devil?
well, dude, they're just outdated. Like like when I did an internship at Marriott,
Yeah.
they do, but like all these newer companies I've worked for, like they don't give a fuck.
I mean, yeah, as long as you're not fucking sleeping through work, like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can literally. I don't know. I was like having this conversation with Kelsey's extended relatives, and it was just very obvious. I was like, okay, I'm pro pot.
Yeah.
Well, see, I can understand like somewhat like the initial drug test. Like I've had like they drug test you to get the job, and then they never.
Hey,
That's what they do.
Hey, could you be like, can you do this for 2 weeks
and just pass it? But
job?
jobs who, if they still randomly drug test you, that's insane.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Last thing I had, Billions. I'm binging. I'm almost done with season 1. I know it gets worse, but I'm enjoying it. Well,
I loved the first. Great soundtrack. Great fucking just like the story.
unreal cast.
Yeah, but he plays that so well. Bobby Axelrod,
his wife.
Yeah.
Tara from Sons of Anarchy is just. I think she kills it. Like
Yeah.
I did not realize like she was an okay character in Sons of Anarchy, and she's like this powerful, like crazy woman. And
yeah, I went back and forth with her in Sons of Anarchy because
no kidding.
All right, like you fucking got yourself in this situation, and now you're like I don't know.
Brandon's watching The Sopranos right now.
Yes.
He didn't. So Christopher's girlfriend is.
Yeah,
in Sons.
the
Yes.
mom. Yeah,
That's good stuff.
I love her.
Is she
too.
still as hot?
Yeah,
She's
older.
It's gotten
She's
older,
older. Yeah,
but still has it.
she plays like a junkie,
But
in
she
it.
gets clean.
Yeah, she gets.
At the beginning though, she's pretty hard to watch because she like
Yeah, it's-
overdoses while she's pregnant and like
Yeah, it's fucked. All right, that's it for me. Let's get a live edition of the Tea with Jack D here on Wingin It.
all right. I was telling you guys this morning, but this is crazy. Charter Spectrum Cable has been ordered to pay $7.3 billion in damages to the family of an 83-year-old Texas grandmother who was brutally stabbed to death in her home by him.
From like guy utilizing his cable, plumber's crack policy to get into homes.
Yeah. Well,
he was trying to steal.
He was
from her,
actually doing. Yeah, he was like actually taking these calls, like going to fix the stuff.
Right.
But while he was there, he would just steal credit cards and write checks to himself and stuff. But she caught him, I guess, or something, because he went back to the house.
Dude, Kelsey's parents got robbed by their cleaning ladies.
No way.
Yo, this is crazy. So like
recently?
This was a couple months ago, and they come in. Great. Like they're like, holy shit, this is awesome. And then it's like, okay, I'm not here this week, so I'm just gonna send my crew. And then like her dad, my father-in-law, kind of noticed like, hey, there's cash missing from our cash drawer. And they're old school, they like keep it in a coffee can, that was gone. They went into wedding cards for me and Kelsey that were unsealed, took the money out and sealed them.
No way.
So we literally they bring up this wedding card and they're like, hey, here you go. We had some leftover from the wedding. And I open it, I'm like, oh, this is nice. Just a card.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? They're like, what the fuck? Like $200 to $500 just taken right out of there.
Holy
No
fuck.
way.
Are they like pressing charges or anything? Or are they
It
just
was weird. It was like, cause the head woman's like, oh, I fired her, that'll never happen again. You can't.
You can't guarantee that.
Dude,
yeah.
we had cleaning ladies growing up in Connecticut, and my mom caught them stealing Oxy from her.
Oh,
I bet.
Yeah.
My mom used to watch ours like a hawk because
Right.
she's paranoid. Because in the early 90s, when my parents lived in Palm Springs, construction crew at the house next door, she's convinced it had to be them. Her and my dad both go on separate work trips, come back. Fucking place is pretty much empty. Like
Really?
TV's off the wall, all her jewelry gone. Like
holy shit.
There was in my old beach house in Rhode Island, they we came in and the back patio deck was shattered glass, and we're like, wow, like crazy windstorm. And then all of a sudden my PS2 was missing. And I'm like, that's like, where the fuck? I'm like, what? Like he literally broke the window, stole a PS2 and my dad's binoculars and left. That was it. I was like, okay, this is a mental patient.
Okay, so they have not came forward yet, but there was a winning Mega Millions ticket in the state of Illinois, $1.28 billion, and it was the second highest Mega Millions ever. First one was 1.5 billion in 2018 in South Carolina.
Top 10 trend on Twitter this morning was literally just someone in Illinois.
Yeah,
That was it. Did you have any numbers last night?
I felt like a loser. Out of my 11 tickets, I didn't have one number.
No, that's the worst.
Like at least in order, you know.
Right.
Okay. This is it's kind of I don't know how this is like allowed, like with labor laws, but Chick-fil-A is in North Carolina is offering 5 free chicken sandwiches per hour to people who volunteer to work, to help their work the drive-through and help stuff going.
Let's see. I don't know if I could do that because that would have to get me to a new level of cheeriness that I don't think.
Yeah, wait. So, offers 5 chicken sandwiches per hour to.
Yeah, like I didn't click.
Like how many hours
do you
you're
get paid?
Yeah, it says looking for volunteers to being paid with chicken sandwiches.
So not money.
Maybe
so you literally just have
maybe
could help,
they're just looking for like good Samaritans.
Or like
yeah.
it could help like homeless people maybe.
Yeah, then the homeless guy's gonna be like peeing on my car as he's
Yeah.
taking my order and be like,
And then the homeless guy's gonna be gay. It's just like nope, none for him.
yeah, you have to be straight actually.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You want to work for us? You gotta be straight.
Yeah.
Shakira is reportedly facing 8 years in prison for a $14 million tax fraud case.
In like Colombia,
Yeah,
right? Or
so like they're like you don't get like celebrity treatment really. Like,
Shakira's not going to jail.
I would duck out of there.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see Nelly Furtado was performing with Drake this past
Really?
week or like last
I haven't
night?
heard Nelly Furtado's name.
Yeah, he like brought her out and they sang "I'm Like a Bird" together.
Really?
No
Like,
way.
apparently it was insane.
Wow.
And she's from Canada, so it's
Really?
like
I didn't know.
something
I thought she was from like Mexico or somewhere South America. No.
I didn't have this on here, but this just reminded me of it with the stealing money. I listened to Logan Paul's podcast where they interviewed Dane Cook.
Oh yeah.
And Dane Cook's brother stole $15 million from him, and Dane Cook put him in jail. And he sold, it's crazy. He talks about it and he like did all his time and he has no idea where he is. But Dane Cook said he just got the financing to make a documentary about the whole thing. And it's gonna be
Dane did or his brother?
Dane did. It's gonna be the first time he's talked to his brother since the day he got sentenced in court.
Dane looks so weird now.
I
He's
know.
gotten so much plastic.
Talk about a
surgery.
dude. He's got plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Talk about a dude that just fell off the face of the earth. The last
Yeah.
thing I remember, I mean, there was a 5-year stretch where he was like Andrew Tate.
The comedian.
And
He was in that Employee of the Month movie.
And
with Jessica
good luck.
Simpson.
And good luck.
what
Chuck.
about with Good Luck Chuck with
Dude,
Jessica Alba?
It's
Yeah.
actually a good listen because he talks about all the ups and like how he just like,
And that's a feel good movie too.
Yeah.
With Alba.
because they asked him about that, like how he like got to be in these movies with them, and like,
Yeah.
he got to like say, but like he tells some cool, like he was the second comedian ever to sell at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I wouldn't expect that.
He should have, like, I remember people listening to his stand up as if it was a podcast. He should have just started a podcast.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
After 60 years, Sprite is officially retiring the green bottle.
Where are they going to?
They're going to a clear bottle because then it can be recycled and to make other drink bottles.
So it was like they literally were just like, "Hey, we need to keep it green because it looks tight, but it's."
So same label, same green label.
Yeah,
Okay,
but like
I
the
see.
bottle.
It was
the
bad
bottle's
for
same.
the environment.
Yeah. Okay. Kim Jong-un threatening to use nuclear weapons.
Christian Verde's boy.
Yeah.
I feel like we hear this all the time.
I don't know. He said accused the United States of demonizing North Korea to justify.
Remember when that dude was supposed to die?
Yeah, and he like came back from the dead. He like staged his death.
And now he's just fucking what is he, Avril Lavigne? But now he's just as live as ever.
We already talked about Brittany Griner. Klondike is discontinuing the Choco Taco for all those ice cream lovers out there.
It's tough news. People really suffer from that.
And that's all I really had in suggestions. I finally dived deep into Better Call Saul. I'm in that right now.
I was just saying, I'm caught up. I can't watch this season because I'm like waiting for it to come out on Netflix. I'm caught up to this season. I like it better than Breaking Bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I don't know if, I guess we'll see like how
I think it's really good. I'm caught up on all of season 6 so far. Season 6 has been by far the best season, but I still can't say it's as good as Breaking Bad. It's still really good though.
I just like it's just a different. I like the lawyer shit of it. And
It's like
he was such a big Breaking Bad character that I'm kind of loving seeing how he was made. Plus Kim Wexler, who is just like she is a great character, great actress. Lawyer, his brother
Mike Ehrmantraut too, I think is a great
Mike Ehrmantraut's in there. Who's the guy? Gus. He's in it.
Funny, I looked up Bob Odenkirk, who I saw last night. Guess where he went to college?
Dude, was it Missouri?
SIUE.
No way.
Yeah, and he's from Naperville.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, cheers, boys. That's a live Wingin'
Cheers.
It. Hope you, the audience, enjoyed it. We're gonna enjoy UFC, and we'll talk to you this week.
Peace.